AGamer here, and a game was suggested to me by ELJuicyBacon. He wants me to do a first impressions video on it, apparently. So, I'm gonna do a first impressions video on Blacklight Retribution, but I'm not gonna be doing it alone. Since I did Arctic Combat alone, I was very bored by myself, not that much fun, so I invited my wife over here. There she is.
Hi guys.
Hi guys. Alright, so, what can I say about this game? Graphics are nice. As of now, I haven't tried the gameplay yet, but right now I'm going to talk about the main menu. As soon as you start this game, there's a giant wall of text telling you how everything works. Naturally, I just clicked next, didn't read it at all, I had to figure I actually didn't read it at all, I clicked next. So I had to figure it all by myself, and for those of you who don't like reading, including my wife, I'm going to explain how it works. Well, there's a giant customization button right here, which I'm going to talk about later, because that's, from the looks of it, like the main gist of the game. What I want to talk about right now is, let's go to the marketplace. The marketplace is, well, the marketplace. You can buy anything you want, depending on what you want. Guns, weapons, customizations. Let's see, you can buy emblems, primary weapons here, upgrade your hero, data nodes, which I'm going to explain in just a second. So the marketplace ranges from pretty much anything you want. Now you have two types of in-game currency, Zen and GP. GP is the in-game currency you get from missions and all that. Zen is in-game money, which is, well, that's okay. I'm okay with microtransactions. Now, let's say if you want to buy a gun. The one thing that really just made me sad was if you want to buy it for GP, you only have a temporary ownership of that gun. Like for instance, this Frontier RX-7 blaster. I can buy it for 1 day for 200 GP, or I can buy it permanently for 595 Zen. I'm okay with transactions as long as I actually get to keep what I buy. 1 day ain't good enough. That's all I gotta say on that. Now I'm actually not sure what the transfer fee, or not transfer fee, money to Zen currency. Yeah, don't know how to say that.
How to change GP to Zen?
No, not GP to Zen. Real money to Zen.
Oh.
The transfer rate.
Well, we won't be doing that, so it's okay.
Yeah, we won't. Alright, so next thing. Inventory, mail, and social menu is pretty much the same thing, because you'll find everything you need in one little bar right here. If you click on mail, social menu, or inventory, it'll just take you to one area depending on which tab. You go profile, find friends. If you want to find a friend, you can type a name in. Clan is pretty much like guildmates. Inventory and nodes. I want to talk about the nodes for a second. Nodes are considered to be buffs or attachments for your weapons. Depending on what you buy, it will either upgrade your gun to have different ammunition, different sights, whatever. It's also considered as a buff, so probably maybe like 0.10 damage extra depending on which gun you use, etc., etc. Now the main gist I want to talk about is the customization. This, from the looks of it, is the main focus of the game. You can change your profile from depending on what you unlock, the titles. Now, for those of you who like Call of Duty, you'll be pleased to see that there's emblems in here. The only downside is that you cannot choose more than one. However, you have a large variety of choosing. 153 emblems you can choose, and that's including changing the colors of what you pick, including the borders. I picked a little octagon. I think that's an octagon. You can also choose the colors of the background. For me, I just have a nice plain old black bear. I call him Barry. Alright, now about the nodes. The nodes is, well, the same thing. The buffs, you can choose which one you want. You can socket it in, apparently you can fuse data nodes. Now the hero, you can choose from apparently several classes here. You can even buy some. There's 3 types right here, etc., etc. There's also female characters, so if you're a female, entire game is not picking a class or a race or like not gender. This is a game for you. Now let's go to equipment. You can change anything from your helmet to your suit, from the top of your head to your shoes. You can change my shoes, and everything here actually has a stat. You can increase your health, increase your stamina, or the opposite, increase your stamina but lower your health. And everything you buy has its own unique feel. So there's giant customization here. Speaking of customization, you can also customize your weapons from the looks of it. From anything from the barrel to the sight to the magazine. It's insane. Look at that receiver, muzzle, barrel, magazine, scope, stock, weapon tag, and ammo. Damn. So yeah, the main focus, customization. If you want a game with full customization, this is the game for you. And one last note on the menu before I start playing the game. This game apparently supports Twitter, because if you like this game enough, you can tweet about it. Click the little button right here, little blue bird, tweet about it. Alright then, now I have my wife in a party. Let's go kick some robot butt. Oh no, tutorials. Ah, not again. Alright, I'm just gonna skip that. I'm gonna click quick join just because I want to see what there is. So, tell me if you join in or not.
Okay, I click quick join.
Objective.
Alright.
It's loading.
Yes, it is. And perhaps
2.
just quit out on me. Time on 5 frames per second right about now. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're not in here.
What?
Nope. So me and my wife tried to get in a game. I got into it, but she's been having apparently server issues. It keeps getting out saying internal server error something or other, blah blah blah. Now, from what I got from the very few minutes I actually stayed in a game, there was extreme lag. Horrible, horrible lag. At first, I thought it was my graphics, so I lowered them all the way down as much as possible. I got back in. Same thing. Same thing. I was lagging extremely, getting shot from places I do not know. Guys with heart suits killing me easily. Yeah. It was actually a shame. I thought this game was going to be fun. The tutorial played very nicely. Graphics looks great. Then I got in a game.
So sad.
It is sad. I was actually sort of looking forward to playing this with my wife, but
Me too.
stupid universe. But maybe it's just us. If anyone has any suggestions as to what the heck is going on, maybe it was just us. Maybe it was some weird thing either. I'm gonna show you my settings just to show you what I have on, what I have off. I'm gonna go to my video. This is my current sets. I sort of lowered as much as possible without ruining the entire gameplay or making the graphics look worse than Atari. So, I don't know. Looks fun. Game looks fun. Unfortunately, I could not get the full feel of it. So, as of now, my first impressions is incomplete.
The tutorial's pretty fun on its own, but it's not enough.
Yes. So, my first impressions are incomplete. So, yeah. Thank you kindly.